How about it? Did you know you can freeze dry Snickers? Alright fam, so the first thing I'm going to do is close my door. I always leave my door open at the end of every run because mildew will build up in here if you close it and it don't dry. So I always leave it open, but what I do is I put a towel over it, so that way I have no mildew issues. So now I'm going to go ahead and close it and turn on my machine, and you'll see it come on. It take a few seconds for it to come on, and then we're going to go ahead and put this thing in candy mode. Alright, get up close so you can see. So I'm going to hit customize, and you see how I got extra dry time because last time I ran this, it was going to finish in the middle of the night. So I don't get up in the middle of the night to mess with my machine. I give it extra dry time so that it'll continue to dry until I get up in the morning. So I just let it run through the night, and then in the morning I'm good to go. So, and that way it's not just sitting with stuff in it. So I'm going to hit reset because I wanted to go back to the factory setting. I'm going to change my dry temp to 145. I put mine around 145, and we've just putting all Snickers in here. So you see it went in high mode. I am going to give this an extra 4-hour dry time. Everything else is good. So I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to hit start. See, high temperature mode. So give it 15 minutes, let it cool. I'm going to give mine more than 15 minutes because I need to cut up candy. So alright, I'm going to start with preparing my trays. Here I have parchment paper. When I'm doing chocolate and certain candies, I want to use parchment paper just to help keep my trays clean and for it to easily release from the tray. You can buy the parchment paper already pre-cut. However, I just buy a roll of dollar parchment paper and I cut it myself. So I just get a pair of my scissors that you know, they come apart, so easy peasy for me. I'm left-handed, and I just go along the side. Like that. And it'll just pull apart. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you're satisfied with it. Oops. And you can reuse this parchment paper over and over again. So let's get our other trays lined. Good enough. Alright, now we got that done. We can move on to, is it a platter? Snickers! My husband opened that one. Snickers! So, I like using these fun size Snickers. So when they say you cannot freeze dry chocolate, however, I have done it successfully many times. Put my trash in here. So what I do is I cut make sure you can see. So when I cut my Snickers, I'm gonna cut these in 3s. These ends, I make sure the chocolate side is up. So I make sure I got as much chocolate up, facing up. So it's basically the ends. People don't want to let go. It's basically the ends. So I'm cutting these in 3s. Sometimes I cut them in 4s. So I make sure my ends are up. But my chocolate side is up. So that the caramel is more exposed. And then the middle piece, no big deal. So I'm not going to overload this. I'm only going to do 2 rows on each tray. Because, let me tell y'all, I do have an order, but the more I freeze dry and have sitting around here, the more I'm going to eat. Because I'm going to beat Bobby to these. The good thing about these, so once you freeze dry them, you can do so many different things with them. And we'll talk about that after we freeze dry them. So let's get our chocolate cut up so we can load this baby, and we'll see together how long it actually takes. It doesn't take long, but we're going to find out together. So let's finish cutting up our chocolate. Alright, so the good thing about this machine, it basically walk you through and tell you everything to do. So I know I'm putting it in candy mode, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. So candy mode is on, and then I'm gonna load freeze dry. It's already down to 35 degrees. I let it run for about 30 minutes just because I had to cut up candy bar. So let's get this thing loaded. Okay, so now our machine is saying load trays and freeze dryer and closed drain valve. So I'm gonna bring you in closer so you can see. Where it'll tell you to close drain valve. I'll show you the drain valve over on the side. It's a little simple valve. You just close it off. That's where you drain it at the end, which I'll show you that later. So I'll bring you in closer so you can see what's going on with the machine now. All of our trays, and sometime I'll do this with Jolly Ranchers or something else, but today I'm gonna do all Snickers, and I'm gonna give you a little bonus tip at the end because these things are amazing freeze dried. So let's get it closed. I will sometimes wipe my door with my towel just to make sure it's dry, because you want to make sure your machine is getting a proper seal. All right, fam. So it's been almost 4 hours, y'all. 4 hours. 3 hours and 49 minutes. Candy mode. We got about 10 minutes left on dry time, and you know I bumped my dry time up because I wanted to make sure my candy was good and dry. Once this 10 minutes is up, we'll stick it in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Let that chocolate harden back up. We're going to see how crunchy they are. I love freeze-dried Snickers. And there's so much you can do with it. So let's throw these in the freezer and we're going to talk about it. Alright, I think I got just enough space to squeeze these in here. Can you tell? Somebody loves Snickers in this house. We can make our own Snickers ice cream, and we should. Not that we should, but we will. So I'm gonna stick these trays right here on the top. Thanks to our garden, the freezers are full. Oops. So they'll sit right on top of this drawer, I think. For 10 minutes. And then we'll pull them out. While I wait on our Snickers to finish in the freezer, I just did some labels so I can label my bags. And I'm using these Mylar bags, and I'm only using this bag because it's not for long-term storage. If it was for long-term storage, I will put it in a bag that doesn't have this window, and you'll see this bag better once I get it filled. So you need to get ready for Jolly Ranchers. These Jolly Ranchers, lemon, peach, strawberry, pineapple, and orange. This is a fruity pass. So this is what I'm doing next. It's freeze-dried candy day. I might have to hide these from my husband. One at a time. How about that? These are perfect. Hard like they should be. Look at that. So I'm gonna get a bag, which is my one of my Mylar bags. There we have it, y'all. Easy peasy. Snickers. So I'm gonna get one bag out at a time, so they're not just sitting here. Slide my trays over. Look at that. Look at how puffy this one is. Nice and puffy. I can get a couple more in there. All right, I can get a few more in here. So, what do you have a freeze dryer? These machines are absolutely amazing. Total game changer when it comes to preserving food. It's 25 years. And I'm going to tell y'all a little secret about these. It's not a secret. It's just, you know, something my mother do. Yes, I'm going to keep these for my husband and I to eat. I might share them with Bobby. I might. So let me put my sticker on. And then I'm going to tell y'all the little secret. Let's go over here and talk about it for a second. How about it? Did you know you can freeze dry Snickers? Freeze dried Snickers, y'all. Delicious. I left 6 on here, which is basically 1 Snickers. I mean, well, 2. I'm going to give 1 to my husband. 3 pieces. Oh, should I just give him 1 piece? Anyway, these, you can take them and, let me, totally crunchy. These, you can put them in a blender, blend it up. When you go to the store, if you haven't already noticed, go down the seasoning aisle. They got powdered Snickers. This is it. Freeze-dried Snickers. Put it in a blender. Powder it. That's it. That's it. Put it on your ice cream. You can put it in your cookies, your cakes. Sprinkle it on top. Snickers. Delicious. So, I'm going to eat my 3. We have a medium freeze dryer. Harvest Right freeze dryer. I will link in the description this freeze dryer. You can check it out. They run sales. You can put this thing on layaway. It's amazing. Total game changer. Freeze dried Snickers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you a thing. But it supports the channel. We love and appreciate y'all. Don't let nobody steal your joy.